what's up guys, Mark from Wandering Souls, back from the Stonehenge Festival. I thought, hopefully you already saw the live footage of the Stonehenge Festival, which I already uploaded. Hope you guys enjoyed it and kind of experienced with me the live feeling from this great festival in the Netherlands. It's one of the oldest and one of the biggest underground festivals here in the Netherlands. Fantastic. I go almost every year if I can, and I always enjoy my time there. Great bands, fantastic food, nice people. Yeah, overall really great experience. There's a nice metal market most of the time as well. Yeah, you can't go wrong on that festival. Yeah, fantastic. So let's talk about the festival itself a bit. Really enjoyed my time there. We're not at the starting point of the festival already right there, because the first band already started around 10:30, somewhere in that area. 10 minutes before that, so 10 minutes before 10:30 or 10:20, just how you want to say it. So it's really way early in the morning, but we arrived around, the first band we saw was Hell Slave. That was around 20 minutes past 12. Fantastic band, I really enjoyed it. I was a band that I was really not really familiar with, but yeah, I really enjoyed it, and they gave great performance, and I really liked the sound they produced. The live sound was pretty good as well. I was kind of surprised, but yeah, really fantastic band. I really enjoyed it. Then we saw Fetal Juice. I think they are from Manchester, UK. I think. Fantastic old school death metal, really band that is going on for a long time. Yeah, you definitely can see the experience here, the experience they have within the music scene. Really good band. Yeah, nothing bad to say about that either. Then we saw Abrupt Demise, and that's a death metal band from the organizer of the festival, René Brugmans. He is the vocalist in that band. A pretty decent band. Yeah, pretty decent old school old school. It's death metal. I don't really want to exactly call it old school, but it has a vibe. It's really good stuff. Yeah, I am. I'm not super big fan of this band, I have to say, but I really enjoyed what I saw. It's really nice band as an opening band. I have to be honest. It's not bad at all. Pretty decent stuff, but it's not. I don't think it's gonna be a big name in the scene or something. But that's okay too, of course. But it's really good stuff. Then we saw Disquiet. Yeah, really surprising. Kind of more melodic. It has thrash moments as well. Nice death metal, but also thrash moments. Yeah, I really love the melodic vibe that's going on. Just definitely really nice, fresh touch, all the extreme metal that's on in the festival, and I really enjoy that. The next band, Jurassic Park, would have been a little quite surprised as well. They seem to be have a 70s Black Sabbath vibes, rock and roll music going on, but we just thought we haven't seen them, so because we thought we have to get some food before all the great bands come after each other, because the lineup is so killer this year. I just want to see all those bands, so I thought let's eat before all those bands begin, and Jurassic Park have to be missed because of that, and also big parts of Burial, which is a fantastic old school death metal band. I just saw a snippet of the last song, and that was really great. but yeah, sometimes you have to get food otherwise. And we get food outside of the festival terrain. We all do that every year. Just take a moment to have a moment of peace and enjoy some great food. We ate some food on the festival terrain as well, but just a quick bite, a nice pulled pork uh, piece on nice bread. But that was later on the stay. Later on the day, it was fantastic as well. But that's then you still can see the bands, you know. But we always wanted to have quite a moment, have a coke and or what else, something else to drink than beer. And anyways, and yeah, at the moment and we enjoyed a really nice restaurant in the city of Steenwijk. Yeah, really good stuff. Had a good burger there, nice fries, and it's really big burger as well. Really fantastic. Anyways, when we came back on the terrain, burial's almost about to finish, and we were waiting on Cytotoxin. And Cytotoxin is a band I was really looking forward to. It's not the first time I see them, but it's always really fun to experience their gigs. Death metal band from Germany, and they music and lyrics is about inspired about the Chernobyl disaster. Yeah, you know the nuclear stuff. And all the home artwork and the lyrics and songs are about that in some kind of way. But really brutal bands, really technical as well. Um, Vocals are really guttural, squealy, heavy growls as well, and really technical guitar playing, fast drumming, you know, that kind of stuff. But it's a really fantastic band. They always put on a nice show, and yeah, the first big pit of the day was a fact. Um, what I've experienced, I don't have seen the couple of bands before Hell Slave, so I don't know what then was going on. But yeah, it was always also fun to see he had a big roundabout sign, and he used it just to form a circle pit. It's just, you know, the three arrows in a circle. It worked really well. A really well thought out thing there. Yeah, I don't know where he did get the sign. Did he bought it or stole it somewhere from a roundabout? But I don't care. But it really worked, and yeah, fantastic. Really good performance, great show. Keep on going, Grimo and bandmates. You really do well. Next up was Body Farm, a Dutch death metal band on the other stage, and yeah, really old school, straightforward stuff, really good stuff. Really enjoyed have some music by them, and they make it live really worth looking at. Great performance. They know the frontman knows how to play, how to interact with the public, and yeah, the result that everyone was enthusiastic and moved along with him. It's really fantastic. Great performance. Flawless. Next band, Hideous Divinity from Italy. Also, not the first time I have seen them. I think this is the third time I have seen them. Um, yeah, straightforward, fast, here and there technical, death metal. I like it a lot, especially on the studio albums. Live, I like it, but it's a band I can't seem to focus the whole gig or somehow. I don't want to dislike them. They do a really good job. They try to interact with the public, but the music has something that can get me focused for, you know, in half an hour, 45 minutes or whatever. I like it. I have watched almost the complete show, but it came to a point that I thought, well, let's visit the metal market and buy some merch. Not that I want to the best the band or anything. They did really well, like I said. But it can also be me that I couldn't focus or anything. I think that's that's the case instead of that is from the band. They did well. Next up, Gutelux from the Czech Republic. With Gutelux, we get, of course, a really nice portion of gore grind in the fun style, the groovy, with the shifted vocals. Let's put it that way. I don't think he really pitch shifted his vocals in a way. It's more a croaky sound with here and there some pig squeals. And here and there a funny note between it. Kind of that idea. I haven't seen a pedal or anything that he uses on his microphone, so I really think it's not really that pitch. It's not like Last Days of Humanity that's really harmonized or anything. It's really more a croaky sound to it, and it's really fun to listen to. Some funny in a way as well, but music is really danceable, really groovy. It has faster moments as well, of course, but it really seems to get the crowd really going. The pig was enormous. That beach balls and other objects were flowing around in the air. Yeah, it's really fun gig. And when the band started, that was their introduction to all the beach balls and all the water fun objects. They came in, and which were used during the whole festival. Actually, especially the beach balls were flying out the whole day since that gig, and yeah, it was really fun experience. I really enjoyed the gig. It's fantastic. Great entertainer. The vocalist is great entertainer. His funny way of talking. Good stuff. Definitely a band I want to see more often. So yeah, really good. Next up, Consolation from the Netherlands. It's a band that was split up for a really long while, but are back. There are members from Embryonic in there, members from that era in Netherlands, in the Dutch metal scene, and a lot of experience there. Yeah, really great, faster death metal. It has some doom metal elements as well, some grind elements, some black metal elements even. They all mix it up very well in their sound. I really enjoyed the gig. Didn't watch the whole gig though, because I want to buy some merch from some bands. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But when I buy merch, I can hear the band playing, of course, well, because the merch were on the sides from the festival terrain, so you can watch the bands as well if you were browsing the merch. Let's put it that way. Really fantastic band. Yeah, nothing to complain. They have old school vibe, but they are really crushing, and their own Brave Melvin from Southern Point and Star where they are, of course, fantastic on both albums, and yeah, it goes with what they hear on the CD with the performance, and yeah, really good. Two singers, one doing low growl and screechy, the other one switched it up all around a bit, and yeah, really good stuff. Then Leak was supposed to play, but Leak cancelled the day before the festival began, so there had to be a quick replacement for their performance. Sadly, I couldn't see Leak because I was really looking forward to that old school death metal band. That's one of the bands I wanted to see, but shit happened. Probably one of the members was sick or something. I don't know what it was, but they couldn't perform. So in the last moment, Cryptosis was called the day before, like 10 o'clock in the evening before the festival began. That band was pulled, and they, of course, they wanted to play. If you're not familiar with Cryptosis, they are a technical thrash metal band from the Netherlands. Really great guys, good performance. Yeah, I really enjoyed their gig actually. fast pumping start, but also has really nice melodic moments, progressive moments to their sound, and that's what I like about those guys. They are not the standard thrash metal band, let's put it that way. Add more of their own to it. The band was started as distillator, but changed name of course, and when they kind of changed sound because distillator was straightforward thrash and this was a bit more technical. So the guys evolved as well. So, but they did really well, and yeah, sadly I couldn't see leak, but that's how it is. Next up, the Dutchies from Severe Torture. Again, not the first time, but the first time with their new drummer. I see them. I know they do it from Sephiroth. Really fantastic drummer. Yeah, he has a down to earth vibe around going on. But we always tell him, dude, you are better than you think, and yeah, he quite proved this with this gig. He's blasting his techniques, everything was great on his performance. The band did really well. Performed 3 new songs from Fisting the Sockets, the whole EP, so they performed that, and a few old songs, Jesus for Jesus, and 2 more I think. Grave Condition, and can't recall the other one, but fantastic, brutal death metal, nasty growl, nice riffing, really nice leads here and there. They really did well. The new songs definitely has some of a Morbid Angel vibe going on as well. Compared to the early work that has also Cannibal Corpse influences. Then you kind of know where this goes. There's a nice touch of brutality there. Really good band, and I'm glad Damien has joined them so they performed again, because the last album was from 2010, and yeah, it's good finally that they are back with a new EP, and hopefully they're gonna record an album because I'm really looking forward to that. Fantastic gig, one of the best ones of the whole day in my opinion. I asked my mate as well who was with me, and he said, yeah, it's definitely one of the best performances of the Stonehenge Festival. So kudos to you guys, you did very well. Not that I say that because I know a guy in the band, but I just watched that for what they doing, and the sound was fantastic, the performance was great, all matched very well. It's one complete package, and yeah, fantastic gig. Next up was Sinister. On the other stage, you have 2 stages on the Stonehenge Festival, so they can switch up really fast from one gig to another. Sinister had a really big problem with their sound in the early start of the gig, and it's really sad. Actually, one of the guitar sounds was not, it has a really nasty. Yeah, I can't know how to say that, but it wasn't good. Let's put it that way, and they quite suffered the gig from that. And I was in front of the gig, but when that shit happens, I almost got more to the back just to spare my ears. I think I do have plugs, but standing with speaker with that nasty sound, you don't want to stand next to it. So yeah, but later on the sound get a bit better, and but yeah, the suffering was not finished yet, because some of the other bands have suffered from it as well. So, but we get to it when we get to it. But overall, it's a straightforward set from Sinister. Sadly, they I notice a lot when I see them live. They focus more on the newer material. Of course, I understand that you want to promote your new album or whatever, but a song like Cross the Sticks, or some of the old songs, from the first 3 albums. Where were those? Where I didn't hear them. It's um, every Sinister fanatic is really fond of the first couple of albums, and if you don't play any songs from that, I think it's denying your past in somehow, and not giving the fans what they want. I know you have an own idea what you want to perform, but there are fans that they want to hear old material, and if you don't play it, I can understand the disappointment from a lot of fans. I don't say the band performed really bad, but yeah, no, I have seen more diverse gigs and more well better performed gigs from you guys. Like I said, I don't want to disappoint you. You really tried hard and you suffered from, it really cost you like 5 minutes or more to get a better sound. But yeah, it's kind of a disappointment in that way. Hopefully in the future, if you play a gig in a venue or something, that you play old stuff as well. I think don't if I don't think you can deny your past in any way. So keep that in mind, there, guys. I know you want to perform your new material, but also think of the old stuff. Please do so. Next up, Benighted from France, brutal death grind. Really, really amazing gig, but a band I've seen a couple of times before, so it was not new to me, but they always deliver, no matter what they try. The vocalist is fantastic. He can, with his vocals, he can go anywhere. The band is really great as well. They are really professionals in their what they're doing, and great band, and yeah, fantastic performance. Like I said, I haven't seen him multiple times before, and I think I've included in the other videos of Stonehenge as well. Is that also why I didn't record them? But if you know this band, then you know what to expect. Then what up to the other stage again, and again the same problems with Sinister. A bad start at the beginning, and more towards the end. It finally sound a bit better. Hopefully, Stonehenge, you learn from this for next year. I don't know what went wrong there suddenly with Sinister or anything, but there is something wrong with their cables or speakers or whatever. Keep it all in good performance next time. But we had that from Malta, death metal band I've seen also multiple times. They are a well-known program band on the Stonehenge. I think it's the third time or something they perform on Stonehenge. But really great death metal band. A lot of experience as well, and yeah, really, really great performance. Again, sadly for the sound, for their performance, again, not filmed because of those sound issues, as I think so. Malevolent Creation next, band I was really looking forward to. Of course, there's no Brett Hoffman again, because rest in peace. You know what all happened. So one of the guitar players took up the vocal duties, which he did pretty well actually. It came close to the sound of Brett. So that's a really good thing. Phil Fasciani was also not on the stage. He had some problems with his back, or I don't know exactly what's going on. He has something with his body that he couldn't perform. I think this was his back, but I could be wrong there, so don't bash me if I'm wrong. Anyways, he couldn't perform with the band, so he had only one guitar player, bass player, and a drummer. But they did really well for a three-piece, I have to say. Really captivate the sound. Only it would be better if they were two guitar players, but yeah, shit happens. But they did well. They act like professionals and did their gig, and also get the audience with them. There was 30 years of Retribution album, so we get a lot of stuff from that. So that's just fantastic. It's one of my favorite albums. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So, and of course you get some other classics from the first album, for example. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Great performance, Melvin Creation. Busy Index didn't really watch, of course, also not the first time, but were laying in the grass just outside the area, so we could hear him really well. What I've heard, they did well, like they always do. If you like things like Dying Fetus or something, only then less, a bit less, more melody and more rhythmic, and then you kind of get an idea what this band sounds like. But that's not really strange. But Jason Netherton is one of the ex-members of Dying Fetus, and he continued kind of a sound, but then different. But what I heard, they did well, and yeah, the response was great because I can hear the crowd, so they did well. Next up, a band I was really looking forward to and wanted to see live, and that was Vader. Kind of strange thing enough, I hadn't seen him live until this point. I could have seen him a time, but there was something else going on, so I couldn't see him. But finally, I did. Really good to see this band live. Of course, there was those small problems as well with the guitar sound of Piotr, the main man from Vader, but he solved it really professional, helped the guy out, sing in the part he had to sing, then go back, help the guy again, and he could sing, he was on time back again, and until the problem was solved. So he did really professional there, and just kept on going with the gig. The other guys still played on, and finally they solved it with another wireless thing, wire thing that he didn't have to use the cable, etc., and the problem was solved. I think it was a cable problem or something. I don't know what it was, but really great gig. Only I got the idea that sometimes the drummer couldn't keep up to a certain point. I just read that the drummer was new, so he had to come into the touring stuff. And think he did not really bad, but sometimes, like I said, he couldn't hold the pace a bit, in my opinion, especially when you play songs like Carnal or Wings. Those are really fast songs and really tight songs. I know it's hard to replace Docent, who died years ago. He's a fantastic drummer, but it's really yeah, really hard to keep up, and you really need to be a really tight drummer to fill in that gap. I don't say he did a bad job, but hopefully he will grow into his touring thing and gets tighter and tighter. That will help the band certainly. Um, but the band overall did pretty well, and it was really excited to see them, and yeah, fantastic. Next up, Suffocation, also a band I'm not unfamiliar with. I've seen them a couple of times as well. I think in a Rotterdam Fest, but also on the Stonehenge Festival a couple of years ago, where they were headliner, and now they are one of, not really headliner, but second to last headliner on that stage. Let's put it that way. It's always fun to see live. I know people are missing Frank Mullen. I can understand, because that is really a presence in the band and a really great entertainer and nice good vocalist, a really chill dude. He will be missed, but I think the guy that's doing now the vocals, and he's doing it now for some years now, and before there were some replacements as well, just for live gigs. But this dude is now in the band, and he did very well. He has a really nice deep growl, and yeah, he can replace completely Frank in a way of talking with the audience and stuff like that, but he tries, and I think the performance of itself is more important than just interacting. Interacting is also an important thing, of course, but um, yeah, music-wise, he has to be good, and that's what he's doing. Music-wise, definitely is good. Um, Great deep growl, I really like it. The band was really tight as always. Technical, fast, brutal death metal. Suffocation is always a fun gig to go to, and it's really a fantastic gig. The last band we saw was Marduk. After that, we wanted to catch a train, and we are really that tired because it was a long day, and didn't feel like watching Samael. Samael is very different sounding as well. It was also a firstly part of Passage, so they played a lot of stuff from that. A lot have seen the old stuff, but yeah, it didn't really happen at that point. When you're sitting on the train station, you can hear the music going on, but yeah, we didn't watch the whole performance Samuel. So Marduk was the last band we saw completely. Great start of the gig. But during the gig there was some things going on. Don't know what it is. When Mortis walked off the stage, um, luckily he came back to sing, scream again. But yeah, there was something things going on. I thought, what the fuck is going on here? This is not a normal thing to react like that. Don't know what it was, but the performance was tight. The set list started good, but it had some surprises as well. But towards the end, I don't know. There were some songs missing, in my opinion. Where Spencer Division Marduk, for example. You know, I know they, but good thing is that from Marduk's gig they switched up the songs well, so didn't get the same songs compared to the last time they were on the Stonehenge Festival, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good performance. I enjoyed it. Like I said, the band was tight, but I certainly can feel my tiredness going on. Man, I'm fucking old. Um, anyways, but towards the end, I was feeling like, well, it's really time to go home. So we did, and together with a lot of other metalheads that want to get that last train. Um, anyways, it was really fun in that train. Um, Marty did well, but they didn't really overblow me, what they sometimes do, and they didn't have that this performance. But it was not a bad gig at all. Um, yeah, what else can I say? This was the bands I want to talk about, because the rest of the bands, the first 6 bands I haven't seen. Blood for Me, I heard the last tunes of it before we came in, but that was the welcoming through a tune when the train doors opened, and we just hear straight away Blood for Me. But that's really nice. But yeah, I didn't really saw them. And of course we missed Samuel and Jurassic Park and a big part of Burial. So that were the things we missed. And the first 5 were Black Rabbit, Insurrection, Putrefied Corpse, Indominus, Sodomized Cadaver, and of course Blood for Me. That were the first bands. So here's the timetable. So you can see, and a leak was of course replaced by Cryptosis, like I said. So yeah, they were the bands that played that day. Overall, the day was really fun. It's good. Always fun to go there. I really loved visiting Stonehenge. You see a lot of great bands for a low amount of money. I think we pay for a ticket like 30 euros and you get almost, I think there were about 26 or 28 bands, somewhere in that vein. So it's really cheap in comparison. If you see other festivals that have the amount of bands, you pay at least a double for just than this. Okay, festival is bigger, but this is big enough, and they don't want to grow out more, and I can understand that. But they always try to get the best bands. For next year, they already booked Autopsy, so you know where I'm going next year. So yeah, it's really fun. Also always fun to catch up with old friends, family, and other people that you really know well, and meet new people, of course. Yeah, it's really fantastic. Well, seeing all those people again, and yeah, always fun festival. Definitely worth your pennies to go to if you are in the Netherlands and you want to go to a festival around that time. You like underground metal, Stonehenge is the festival to go to, definitely. Um, you have to get tickets in advance because the festival always sell out. That's always the case in the last years or 10 years or whatever. Um, but yeah, great to go to, great festival. Of course, I also bought some merch. So you have seen already the live performances. So I wanted to make that a separate video. Otherwise, this video will be really huge. Because this live footage is almost a half an hour, so the video will be an hour, and that's not really the case. An hour or longer, even probably. So let's get over to the merch. Sorry, I bought some CDs and a T-shirt. First three I bought at stand from a Raw Skull Records, fantastic old school death metal label. They also sell online, so if you like what you see, just go ahead. They also release stuff themselves. Yeah, really great label. And the stuff I bought was really cheap as well. I think I paid €7 a piece, so it's really cheap. The first one I bought was Minenfeld, The Great Adventure. This is this album. It is an old school death metal band from Osnabrück, Germany. If you like bands like Bull Thrower, Asphyx, and 1914, these are the dudes you have to check. Old school death metal and World War I themed music, also with the samples, the lyrics, and the look of the albums. They are on Memento Mori, at least this album is. This is the first album they did in 2019, but this is only released back then in CD, in vinyl and in cassette. And 2021 Memento Mori released this on CD. So I'm really glad Memento Mori did, because it's a fantastic album. The inside, and this is the CD itself. And let's take a look at the booklet. Like you guys can see, definitely war themed stuff here. Really good. Like I said, they also use samples from that old German period in World War One. It's really fun and complementing the music there. These are the guys. Great band. I was wanting to pick this one up for a while. I've seen it on Dawnbreed Records as well on their distro list, but never came around to it. And finally saw this, and only for €7. I thought, well, this is definitely going home with me. Fantastic stuff. Minenfeld, which means minefield in English, and The Great Adventure. If you want some old school death metal, go check it out. Also bought two thrash classics. First one up, only €7 as well. The reissue digibook version of Endless Pain by Creator. This is one of the few albums that were still missing in the old discography from Creator. And the early days, let's put it that way. The rest I have everything until Phantom Antichrist, I think, and I have a couple of things for after, but yeah. But it's really nice digibook, remastered version. They released a couple of years ago on BMG. Yeah, just a couple of pages, not go through every pages here, but just to give you an idea on what's going on, liner notes and stuff like that. Old pictures, you know, that's the deal a bit. And the CD is just in the back here, in this pocket. Very nice. They also added the demos from the band as well, the Bloods Creek demo and End of the World demo. So you get an extra 6 tracks. So that's really cool. Yeah, really nice to find it for pretty cheap. So I'm really glad to own this Creator Endless Pain. And I've also bought this reissue on High Roller Records, Infernal Majesty with None Shall Defy. I really adore this album, fantastic. Only the opening track alone, Overlord, fantastic, but the whole album is great. So it comes in this slipcase edition, so there is a slipcase. This is the back for the slipcase, and the album back looks like this, with band pictures and stuff like that. And there is the front itself, and there is the CD, and of course there's a booklet in there, and there is lyrics, of course. And more band pictures, and more lyrics, and another band picture, and this is a thanks list in the back of the booklet with credits. So yeah, really fun, really good to pick this up. I wanted to have this album for years, and one of those albums I never came around with. I know this already since the 90s. It's how weird it is actually that I still don't own it. I could have owned it a couple of times. So yeah, fantastic album. Infernal Majesty, None Shall Defy. And I couldn't pass it to buy an album from Gooddeluxe. I did that from their stand where they sell the merchandise, so I got this from the guitar player, so that's really cool. I bought the newest album, the Shitpendables, Gooddeluxe, you know, the fun core grind bands. Yeah, I had so much fun, I thought I have to pick something up from these guys. And they use drawn images, not really dirty pictures or anything. Oh, the idea is dirty, but they don't look like that dirty if it was a real picture. And even the inside looks funny. So yeah, really good stuff. They played some songs from this album as well live. Dire Hero, I think they played Poopcorn. I think there was another one. But yeah, fantastic stuff. The band's 4th album, I think. Good stuff. The newest one, this was from 2021, I think, on Rotten Roll Rex. So if you want to get that, there's a label you can get it, and it's spelled like this. And there are German labels, so if you want to buy that, you know where to get that. So, but really cool. Yeah, fun. And also bought a shirt, like I said. Of course, Cytotoxin. Really cool to have a shirt by these guys. Finally, that's the back. So yeah, really cool to have this. So that's the merch I got, and that was my experience about the Stonehenge Festival. Definitely worth going, guys. Great festival. There were some sound problems, but don't think that's all the case there. It just little shit thing in between. But overall, it's really fun. It's fun to visit. Nice people, great music. Of course, a lot of beer and anything else you want to drink or eat. Yeah, and merch stands, of course. It's a fun day, and it's a long day, but you get your worth for money. A lot of bands. The only gripe is probably that they play that fast behind each other, and the first bands were only 20 minutes. But that's what you get when you plan your day that full. Later bands went to half hour, 40 minutes, 45 minutes until the end. You know that it works its way up. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and my rambling about this festival. Yeah, I won't take too much time for you now because the video is already 50 minutes almost. So like I said, if I added the live footage, the video was longer than an hour. You know, that's why I split those things up. Thank you all for watching, guys. Stonehenge Festival, definitely recommended if you're underground lover. Underground music lover, I mean, not underground subway, you know. So you know. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you got something to say or ask or anything, just put it in the comment section down below. I will return with more videos. I still got some updates to do because I got a really big stack of CDs I want to show you guys. I have an unboxing to do from a vinyl I pre-ordered almost a year ago, but probably will come in the end of the week, probably. So end of the week, probably the day you see this, hopefully. Anyways, thank you all for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and hope to see you guys back soon with a new video, because I also got still some reaction videos to do as well. If you like what you saw, subscribe, like, and whatever. You know how it works. I don't need to explain you every time, I think. So have a great day, enjoy life, and see you guys next video. Cheers.